Hello, welcome to another Ready Game Roll video. Today, we're taking a break from everything else. Let's have a little bit of Warhammer as a treat. Yeah, I figured I've looked a lot at other stuff over the last few videos. Some of it's done really well, some of it hasn't. I thought I'd take a look at something that I think is going to do fairly well views-wise. And let's look at Necromunda, the core rulebook, and ask the question and possibly answer it. Is it worth it? No. No, it's not. Thanks for watching. No. I'm going to go more in depth, have a flip through, talk about it, why I don't think it's worth it. But before I do, I'd like to ask that if you're enjoying this sort of content, like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more Necromunda stuff in the future. I have this book to show off as well, so you got that to look forward to, and I might see if I can hunt down other copies of the books for as cheap as possible, because I don't have any other gangs, but if this video does well and that video does well, I might explore other options. But yeah, cool rulebook. It's a big one and it's expensive. I think I bought this. I bought this from Darksphere, so I got it a little bit cheaper. I think this was £40 for me, when it was close to 50. I'm fairly sure. But yeah, it's a big one, and I'm not sure if it's something every player's going to need. That's not to say no one's going to use this book. I just think it's one of those things for me. It's a good book. It's a good resource to have, but there's only so much use you're going to get out of it, depending what you need it for. Now, it comes with great fluff, don't get me wrong, and that's the main reason why I buy these books, really, is the fluff. But unlike most Warhammer adjacent books, this one isn't mostly fluff. Like, the AOS core book is like 2/3 fluff. The 40k book is also 2/3 fluff. I think the Skaven one is maybe 50%. So, yeah, it's... Whereas this, you don't really get that much for your money. There we go. German principles, rules. There we go. This is the first page for rules. We are on... What's the pages? No, zoom in. That's page 55, which makes that page 54. So, not much of this book, in the grand scheme of things, is your lore, your fluff, the good bit that people come to Warhammer for. And in the grand scheme of things, that's the rest of the book. This is rules. This is all rules. And if you're just playing one type of campaign, and you don't expect to be playing any other type of campaign, a lot of this is useless to you. Like, if you're playing an Ash Wastes campaign, you probably will use a lot of this book. But for me, I'm in a Nox Eterna campaign. I say I haven't played in a good couple months now. But for me, that means most of this, a good, well, not most, a good chunk of this book isn't going to get used. And I don't know when/if I'm ever going to be in a campaign of any other type. Which means all the rules for vehicles, all the rules for the ash wastes, like the arbitrator tools, I'm not going to use. So it's kind of useless to me. And I brought this book the first handful of times that I played Necromunda, but I probably will continue to bring it because it is often useful just to have a rulebook on hand. But beyond that, it's useless. I'm not going to use a lot of this. That's not to say I regret buying it. I like at first, for a while, I was like, this was kind of a useless fucking purchase. Like most of this information I could have found online, like, or just if you're in a decent group, most people are going to be able to answer. At least someone in your group is going to be able to answer your question, which has definitely been the case for me, which is great. But so yeah, like I think if you are just getting out started into Necromunda, should you buy this book? Definitely not. Don't buy this book if you've just bought your first gang box. If you've just bought your first gang box, don't buy this book. Buy this book if you have maybe buy this book if you've got a couple gangs. Maybe if you've got an Ash Waste Nomad there, if you've got an Ash Waste Nomads gang, and you know you're going to be hopping between that gang in an Ash Waste campaign and a Underhells campaign and a standard or a Nox Turner perpetual campaign. In fact, because of the date this was published in 2023, so this isn't even going to have information on running your Underhells campaign. That's a completely separate book that came out after this. So unless they have a complete refresh of the rules, the next version of this book is possibly going to be even thicker. Which, like, I mean, physically it can, but logistically, not really. Not really. So yeah, good book, not worth picking up if you're new, which it is rare for games. Like normally, rulebook, I'd go, yeah, if you're new to this game, pick it up straight away. That should be your, maybe not first, buy the miniatures, see if you enjoy assembling and painting. Find a local game, someone to teach you. But almost definitely, your second purchase should be the core book. Whereas this, I wouldn't even say this should be your third purchase. Your first purchase for Necromunda should be your core gang. Assemble them, borrow someone else's dice, and make sure you enjoy the game. Second purchase, buy the dice. Necromunda uses some weird proprietary dice for wounds and things like that. Third purchase, expand your gang, buy the next gang expansion thing to get some heavier equipment. So, in fact, no, don't even do that yet. Buy your house book. In my case, for my Orlok gang, that's House of Iron. Buy this. So yeah, Necromunda core book. I think it's a cool book. Definitely worth buying. if you know you're going to get the use out of it. But this is... I've not got much use out of this. I've got more use... I genuinely think I've got more use out of the AOS 4th Ed core book. And I have played one game of AOS 4. I have played 5 or 6 games of this now, maybe more. So yeah, cool book. Or actually, if you can find this for cheap, maybe buy it. Like I wouldn't have bought this from Games Workshop. Buy this from your local friendly game store, and maybe ask someone to buy it for you as a gift. Get someone else to buy it for you. Then it's definitely worth it because it's a gift. Don't say no to gifts. So yeah, I hope that helped. The book is full of really cool stuff. I think the rules are fine. It's a Games Workshop product. The rules are always going to be fine at best. The art is incredible. The mini painting is great / also incredible. And the minis themselves, I think Necromunda has some of the best minis going, genuinely. So buy it for the art. If you can get it for a good price, buy it for the art. It's great. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that. So yeah, thank you for watching this video.